What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So just recently we learned tons of new information on what's coming for Overwatch 2 Season 6 in the form of the Overwatch Invasion reveal livestream that happened yesterday. Yes, my apologies for not uploading a video sooner. So in this livestream we got to see some first look action on the Overwatch 2 PvE and story missions, some of the co-op events that we can expect to see, as well as more info and gameplay on the new Hero Mastery mode, and of course, the brand new core gameplay mode that is coming with two absolutely gigantic maps in what the devs have labelled as some of the biggest maps they have done to date. These maps are New Junk City and Suravasa, an Indian map. Finally, we also have some updates on hero progression that will allow you to earn crazy rewards the more you play a specific hero. All of this sounds like some really immersive stuff. Now before we try to dive into all this good stuff, I just want to remind you all once again, if you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button, send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. For those of you that have done it already, thank you. I highly appreciate you. Okay, so let's firstly speak about the Overwatch Invasion story missions. So as these suggest, this is going to enable us to experience more of the story of Overwatch 2, which is what we've been all hoping for what seems like an eternity. So Invasion takes place shortly after Winston's recall in an attempt to get the Overwatch heroes back together and tackle the problems happening around the world with the invasion of Null Sector. Now for this season we are expecting to play 3 different story missions that will flesh out this storyline in 3 different locations: Rio de Janeiro, Toronto, and the new location, Gothenburg, or Göteborg. These maps bear huge sizes and will each have complex objectives for you to accomplish, as well as the in-depth storyline that will help you understand the story 10 times more than previously. Now, the pricing for this, I'm a bit worried about the pricing, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you on that. It's all a bit questionable when you consider the type of prices that they put on cosmetics and battle passes alike. Now, you can get the Overwatch 2 Invasion bundle for $15. That's about £10 in the UK. So it would be the equivalent of a battle pass, really. Now, what you get in this bundle is access to the Overwatch 2 story missions during season, and then permanently afterwards. So you actually can play the story missions as often as you like, even after Season 6 is finished, seemingly. You'll also get 1,000 Overwatch coins, which is equal to 1 premium battle pass, around $10. You'll also get a brand new Sojourn legendary skin, and of course, permanent access to Sojourn as a playable hero. Doesn't really mean all that much when you consider the idea that Sojourn can be accessed by anyone at this late stage, considering that Sojourn was the first Overwatch 2 hero to be included in the game, which was a year ago. Now, for a $40 investment, yes, $40, you can add to this an extra 1,000 Overwatch coins, so you'll have 2,000 instead of 1,000, 20 Battle Pass tier skips, and 2 legendary skins for Cassidy and Kiriko, which I probably won't get this. I don't think it's worth skipping 20 tiers in the Battle Pass when I know that I can play the game enough to grind the tiers anyway. And I'm happy on skipping a few more skins for heroes that I don't really play often. Well, I say don't play often. I play more Kiriko than most at the moment. Not so much Cassidy. However, the $15 bundle, yeah, I'll probably buy that. To be honest, I'm really excited for the story missions. I feel it would really be cool to play on the huge maps, just so I can experience more Overwatch story, and I feel a small investment goes a long way in being able to experience that firsthand, so I can't wait, to be honest. Now, aside from the story missions, we also have the co-op events. Now, the first one starting out on a more advanced version of King's Row. Now, I believe these missions will be more non-canon compared to the story missions, much like events gone by like Halloween Terror and Wrath of the Bride. It was more or less telling a story that was outside the main canon storyline. Now, according to the devs, and the way I see this going, is that these will give more replayability in that there will be new heroes weekly, so that you can use to tackle the mission, as well as fighting a whole host of different waves of enemies. So it's not like you'll be using the same heroes for one mission. There will be certain scenarios and situations that might require you to use a completely new set of heroes and probably new strategies. hence the replayability of the event. Now, compare this to the story missions where it follows a straight up narrative and focuses on the main storyline of Overwatch 2, and you can see why the co-op missions, despite them not being canon, have tons of value as far as replayable focus is concerned. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the co-op events, to be honest with you. These are going to be really fun to do. Okay, so following all of the above, we also were able to see some first look gameplay of the new Hero Mastery mode. Now, this mode is going to be a completely separate free solo mode, which will actually show up midway into Season 6 and not straight away. Seems a bit odd if you ask me, but hey, I'm not Aaron Keller. But anyway, like the name suggests, Hero Mastery will consist of a set of obstacle courses designed for each hero, and with these, you'll be able to practice all sorts of things using the heroes, and if you're completely new to Overwatch 2 and you're not familiar with the heroes, this is a great way of learning their abilities, helping you understand what you can use them for while challenging yourself at the same time. So, for example, if you're playing as Winston, there are going to be some huge pits to try and avoid while you try to rocket jump on small pads, using the Tesla cannon to eliminate bots and collect the coins along the way. Yes, there are coins you can collect in this mode. With Mercy, you'll have a slalom to pass through to help you with movement, and there'll surely be some areas where you can use Guardian Angel to get to areas you can't reach simply by jumping and that sort of stuff. To be fair, I can't believe that Overwatch as a game has gotten away for so long with not having a mode like this. I feel it should have included this mode a long time ago. I mean, for a while, we've had really talented people in the workshop make so many awesome game modes dedicated to helping you with more quicker movement. I mean, I've done so many videos on these. I mean, just go ahead and look at them. In other words, when the devs drop the ball, the community picks it up. But I'm glad we can finally have a mode in the game where we can dedicate some time to practicing heroes and give ourselves some challenge. Basically, if you're not doing PvP or PvP, then you're working your way through these and trying to be a better player with that hero. And of course, there'll be an online leaderboard for this too, so you can see your scores and progression compared to other players. Now, I believe there are some courses for only a handful of heroes. I think Sojourn has a few, Winston, Mercy, I think Soldier 76 has a few, I'm not sure, just correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, there's only a handful of heroes that will only have these types of maps, but then maybe in a future season there will be these maps for different heroes, so they'll be really cool to see those. Now we move on to something for the PvP side of Overwatch 2. That's right, the next new core game mode, Flashpoint, that's coming with two large maps, New Junk City and Suravasa, the Indian location. Now, to try and explain this game mode is going to be a bit tricky, but I'll do my best. Now, Flashpoint is going to be a bit similar to Control, except rather than fighting over one area of one part of the map, completing a round and then moving on to the next round, this is pretty much one huge gigantic map. So imagine Ilios, so Ruins, Lighthouse and Well, all mushed together to make one big map, and the locations are pretty much free to try and cap there and then, without needing to start or end and start around. That's pretty much what Flashpoint is. With Flashpoint, you actually have 4 different areas of capture that each team has to battle out to try and claim, and the first team to reach 3 successful point captures wins the match. Basically, Hardpoint from Call of Duty, if you've played that. So these 2 maps, Suravasa and New Junk City, are apparently massive in size. They're enormous, and like I mentioned earlier, these maps are some of the biggest maps that Blizzard have made, so it gives us even more sentiment to be excited to play on these maps. I really can't wait to try these maps out. Okay, maybe Control, in my opinion, sucks as a game mode, and I really hate it, but at least with Flashpoint, there's just one round to capture 3 different points to try and win. So it's more basic than just, okay, let's just try and control one part. Right, end of the round, now next one. Okay, we're losing. Great. So let's take the next point and try and turn it around. Yeah, I hate that. I just prefer to have like one map to try and cap and dominate, and that's it. Now, last but not least, there is the player progression system. Basically what this is, it's a more fleshed out section of the game to tell you how often you are playing with heroes and how well you're doing with them. Well, let's be fair with everyone here. You might as well just give me all of the Ana rewards when it comes to this, because since Overwatch 2 came out late last year, I've been playing on Ana more than any other hero at the moment. Sure, I've played my moments on tank, and I'm a big tank main. I played tons of Diva, but considering the queue times for support, they're so much lower than tank or damage. It's been pretty much Ana for me most of the time, and it's through no fault of my own. So there you go, those were all of the details that were shown during the Overwatch 2 Invasion livestream. What are your favourite features coming in Season 6 of Overwatch 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. So this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Pretty of a meaty video. But yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord, and of course, my TikTok. Thank you for stopping by, chaps. Have a great day. Have a great life. Be nice to your fellow gamers, because we're all human beings. I've been CMG as always, and until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.